Love it or hate it, the VAR is here to stay, and it will continue offering us controversial moments to talk about week in, week out. So, here are the biggest VAR blunders that have made us spew all sorts of obscenities this season. While Manchester United haven't exactly helped their cause by playing a crappy and emotionless brand of football this season, they also have reason to claim that the technology has caused them nothing but pain. Take for instance their Champions League game against Copenhagen. The Red Devils were doing fairly well until a Marcus Rashford challenge was deemed a red card by the VAR. The forward did plant his foot on a player's ankle, but in many instances this wouldn't have been a red card. With Rashford gone, United conceded 2 more goals in the second half and eventually lost the game 4-3. It is the Premier League, where the VAR has been as pointless as a cricket bat in a football game. During the league encounter between Chelsea and Tottenham, which the Blues won 4-1, there were a lot of eyebrow-raising decisions. There were 4 disallowed goals, 3 checks for possible red cards, and 2 penalty checks. Folks at the VAR setup were super busy, and 9 checks happened during the 90 minutes. Some of the calls were debatable, and you must ask the authorities why there's no uniformity when it comes to upholding the law. Pretty sure the constable from Postman Pat would have done a better job. This game is an example of how everything's open to interpretation in England. Fabio Silva supposedly fouled George Bulldog. The referee awarded United a spot kick, which was duly dispatched by Oliver Norwood. However, as it turned out, the decision was not the right one according to the league's independent key match incidents panel. Anthony Gordon scored the only goal of the game between Newcastle and Arsenal, and while the Magpies had every reason to celebrate, the goal was shrouded in controversy. Following the goal, the assistant referee decided to check whether it was legitimate or not. Other than the goal, there was an incident where Kai Havertz should have been given a red card. However, the German escaped the ultimate punishment. To rub more salt into the wounds, the incidents panel confirmed that while Gordon's goal seemed legit, the same cannot be said about Havertz not getting his marching orders. In the dying embers of the game, Andre Onana absolutely smashed Sasha Kalajdzic while trying to parry a cross. However, a VAR check confirmed that the incident did not warrant a penalty, much to the dismay of everyone working for Wolves and all fans watching on TV. United, though, heaved a sigh of relief because deep down they all knew that this was a wrong call. In fact, Howard Webb, the PGMOL chief, admitted that the referee should have gone to the screen, and if he had done that, the result would have been a penalty. In the league game between these two sides, we witnessed yet another VAR howler. Brentford striker Yohan Wissa was hacked down by goalkeeper Matt Turner. However, the referee allowed play to carry on, which was quite surprising. Following the conclusion of the game, Turner admitted that he was very lucky to escape punishment. The Bees were held to a draw, so you can understand why Thomas Frank was the angriest man in the league. It seems that no matter how many times something is taken up to the VAR, it makes no difference. We feel the people up there are as blind as bats. For instance, in the game between Fulham and Wolves, Nelson Semedo was adjudged to have fouled Fulham's Tom Kenny inside the penalty area. The Portuguese fullback was surprised at the decision, but had hoped that VAR would take a different view of things. Unfortunately, the VAR deemed the challenge a foul, even though Semedo had clearly touched the ball before the follow-through. Fulham scored from the spot and managed to hold on to a 2-1 win. In the league outing against Tottenham, Luis Diaz was celebrating a goal before the linesman decided to be a party pooper and raised his flag for outside. VAR should have intervened but stayed silent on the matter. Replays clearly showed that Diaz was onside, and the decision was later considered a human error. The issue was how the VAR officials handled the situation and the communication between them and the referee, which allowed the game to restart so quickly without actually checking properly. Liverpool lost the game 2-1, and it's still their only defeat this season in the league. In a recent league encounter, Liverpool and Arsenal played a rather entertaining 1-1 draw. However, this game was also marred by some controversy, because in one sequence Martin Ødegaard slipped and handled the ball in his own area. Liverpool players protested for a review, but Chris Kavanagh was having none of it. And the VAR, David Kuhn, must have been busy doing something else, because he never asked the referee to review the footage. Now, This handball stopped Mohamed Salah a very good opportunity to find the back of the net, but given his up and down penalty form, we don't know if he would have scored or not. Manchester City hammered Fulham 5-1 in the league, but one moment during the game stood out for all the wrong reasons. Nathan Ake scored a goal, but replays kept showing how Manuel Akanji was in an offside position and did interfere with the play, which made it difficult for Bernd Leno to make a save. The moment went for review and the goal was not chalked off. In a league game between Manchester City and Sheffield United, John Egan was adjudged to have handled the ball. A penalty was awarded. However, VAR's inconsistency has been clear. For example, during Manchester United's game against Tottenham, the ball also hit Christian Romero on his arm in a similar position, but VAR did not give a penalty. So, the VAR is one big box of blunders waiting to happen. The only consistency with VAR is that it is consistently bad. No wonder managers and players no longer trust the process, and who can blame them? We're sure the campaign has room for more as things heat up in both halves of the table. So guys, these were some of the biggest VAR blunders so far this season. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you leave, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons, turn on your notifications, and watch this next video.